Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Stephen A. challenged Texas lawmaker Jasmine Crockett for avoiding his show while simultaneously comparing him to a movie character synonymous with slavery. Who was that movie character? Stephen from Django. Yeah, man. You know what, fam? I need to know from y'all. Y'all let me know if you vote in a way that I think is inconsistent with what my position is. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. I'll just end the live right now. Give me a thumbs up if you think Jasmine Crockett was right in her assessment about Stephen A. Give me a thumbs up if you believe that Jasmine Crockett is right. Give me a thumbs up. Give me 2 thumbs up if you're riding with Stephen A. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Hey, listen, fam, we're gonna keep going. I already know y'all riding. I already know it. Listen, fam, Stephen A. did this to himself. What Stephen A. did just now is akin to throwing a rock and hiding your hand. He, first and foremost, called Jasmine Crockett out for no reason other than to glaze Trump, talking about how she was disrespectful with her rhetoric and how she's not helping her constituents and this and that and the third. And then when Jasmine Crockett speaks up for herself and then he faces the backlash, he apologizes, but then he offers a backhanded apology. A backhand apology is worse than the initial transgression because you're basically doubling down. Stephen A. is calling out Jasmine Crockett, saying that she should say whatever she got to say about him in regards to calling him Django to his face. Say it to my face. Well, what you gonna do when she say it to your face? It ain't like she won't say it to your face. I don't know if you've been really following Jasmine Crockett, but if you follow Jasmine Crockett, you would know that she is not afraid of smoke. And let's keep it a buck, Stevie. You ain't got no smoke, man. You still smoldering. You ain't got no smoke. You know what I'm saying? You got a little flicker or something like that going on, but not smoke. All right? If you want to have Jasmine Crockett get off your head, and you want other people to get off your head, stop riding Trump's head, his little head. Stop riding, man. Because here's how I know you ain't right. You criticize everybody but Trump harshly. You criticize Trump, but your criticism of Trump is always followed up with respectability. You always do that. Well, is he doing a great job? Was I pissed when he did this and he said that? You're damn straight I was. But he's the president of the United States. Since when did being the president of the United States give you a pass for being an a-hole? Give you a pass for being incompetent? Since when? Because if you look at every other president who works in every other capacity, let's say you're the president of an organization, you're the president of a Fortune 500 company. All other presidents are held accountable, and we're used to holding them accountable. We're used to holding people in leadership positions accountable. If you are going to have the top position in society, which is the president of the United States, you're going to have the top presidential position. You're going to hold the highest office. You should be held to a higher standard. And let's not act like you don't know what higher standards mean, because I just saw where you was talking about perhaps running for president. And this is what you said on Yahoo. This is what Yahoo reported. For years, the idea of Stephen A. Smith running for president lived in the same space as social media jokes and talk show banter. That tone changed this week. Smith acknowledged without hesitation that the conversation now carries real weight. Baller Alert reports, during an appearance on ABC News Live Prime with Lindsay Davis, the longtime ESPN voice said he feels dead serious about a potential 2028 run, Baller Alert reports. Smith stressed that politics never ranked high on his life plan, yet repeated conversations with people he respects forced him to pause and reassess. I'm considering it in all seriousness, Smith said, noting that trusted voices keep pushing him not to brush it off. He framed the discussion around responsibility rather than ambition, adding that with tremendous power comes tremendous responsibility. Stevie, you think you're slick, man. Your goal right there was to reflect obligation more than ego. But I caught you. I caught you. Yeah, man. Listen, bro. You ain't got the power you think you got. You got influence, but you ain't really got power because you acquiesce to your bosses. You're not your own man, and we know that. This is why you don't have a Trump criticism bone in your body. Yeah, look, man, if you're going to so-called criticize Trump, but always in praising Trump, that ain't really criticism. That's you setting up the play to praise him. And you do the same thing with others. You are very, very hard on your own people. Extremely hard on your own people. Especially publicly. But when it comes to anybody else, man, you kind of friendly. Yeah, man, that's the truth. You're very friendly. We know that you've been hired to say the things that your bosses want to say but can't say. Oh, well, they could say them. They could say those things, but they would get charged up. They would probably get fired, or they would lose some stockholders, right? Their stocks could plummet, right? So they don't want that to happen. So they use a blackface to say the things that they really want to say. And the message still gets out there. Plus, they get a few black people to switch over too. Because for some black people, all you got to do is put a blackface out in front and you can rock them smooth to sleep. You can rock them to sleep. All they got to do is see a blackface and, man, you can rock them to sleep. They don't check. They don't do no background investigation. They don't look at the person's record. They don't think about nothing but, okay, she black. Let me get behind her. He black. Let me get behind her. And the trip part about it is we have so little representation in mainstream media that a lot of us, we just take anybody that come on, they get on with a suit. Some people they're trained to trust people that wear suits. Your biggest crooks are not walking around in jeans and t-shirts. No. Your biggest crooks wear suits. I mean, look at your president. The biggest crooks in the world put on designer suits and shoes, and they got the watch and the cuffs and all cufflinks, all that stuff, man. Those are your biggest crooks. When you look at who got caught with a suit on committing a crime and who got caught with a pair of jeans on committing a crime, the guys with the suits, they're gonna be up by trillions of dollars. The guys in the jeans, maybe a few million or whatever, but nowhere close to the guy with the suit on. So you gotta watch them. Don't get fooled by them just because they got a suit on. And Stephen A., you need to read the room, brother. You need to read the room. We don't like, the black community don't like you think we do. You don't have us fooled like you think you do. You don't. Read the room, bro. We don't like Jasmine Crockett. We love Jasmine Crockett. Read the room. You're not getting no points going after Jasmine Crockett. You're not going to get any points at all going after Jasmine Crockett. Find somebody else to pick on, man. I mean, Jasmine can hold her own. I mean, especially against you. I mean, yeah, that's easy. But find somebody else to pick on. Go find a man to beef with. Why are you trying to have a beef with a woman? Go find you a man to challenge, to say something in your face. Because I'm yet to hear you tell a man to come tell you something in your face. You probably said that to a black man who got a whole lot of money and a whole lot to lose, and you know they really ain't finna jeopardize that over you. You know that. So you probably would make a threat like that, but you ain't gonna make a threat like that you believe can actually come true, and that person can get in front of you without having your security be a buffer. Yeah. You ain't slick, bro. You ain't slick. We know that you talk that tough talk because you're counting on time, distance, and security getting in between you and your problems. Jasmine ain't said nothing wrong. I second that emotion. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.